PokerGO is the only place you can find live coverage of the 2024 World Series of Poker.
Just needs to fade the two outer.
All summer long, catch pros, dreamers, and everyone in between as they go bracelet hunting.
And it is Dunaway's day!
1.3 million and a first ever World Series of Poker bracelet for Lou Garza.
And finds the six that's not a spade! The bracelet is Brewers! It's over! Daniel Weissman, the 2023 World Champion.
From the Colossus to the main event, PokerGO is where you'll find all the action.
Time to uncage the lion.
To watch over 300 hours of live World Series of Poker events, download PokerGO now. Use code WSOP24 for 20% off an annual subscription.
Play your hand, play your hand. No fuck, counting the stacks, stacking the rags. And no fuck, counting the stacks, stacking the rags. No fuck, counting the stacks, stacking the rags. No fuck, counting the stacks, stacking the rags. No fuck, play your hand, play your hand. Play your hand, play your hand. Play your hand, play your hand. Play your hand, play your hand.
Call him a local around the greater Houston parts, inside Champions Club every day. He's either playing poker or just having a cup of coffee.
Sometimes Ed Sebesta plays 1-3. Sometimes he just wins 10K high rollers, which he has done 3 times in the last 3 years. Looking for that fourth 10K title today. The competition is fierce. Upeshka De Silva, David Coleman, Joey Weissman, Joris Ruijs.
Box isn't even big enough for the cards.
We go 10K, 20K with a 20K big blind ante.
David Coleman has had one heck of a 2024. The heater continues. He's playing the best poker of his life, and the results are showing.
40.
Coleman #1 on the PGT leaderboard as Sebesta gets things kicked off with an open. Those pink chips worth 5K apiece. Greens are 25,000 each. The blue plaques are time extensions. We play with a shot clock here. 20 seconds pre-flop, 30 seconds post-flop. Rouse is in the big blind after last night's elimination. So just one big blind for this hand. And he does flop top pair and the gutter.
Could be trouble for Ed. Ed's been putting a lot of work into his game, talking with friends, fellow pros.
Were you a bully in high school?
Made a lot of improvements.
No.
Did you get bullied?
Equal both.
The Dutchman makes a straight. Sebesta
It's like fucking with people.
picks up the straight
The
draw.
bully, sir.
Damn, truth hurts.
Turns out this is quite nice from Ed. Does not get raised, and I believe he has just buried it
Yes,
on the
sir.
river. What a
You
start.
are correct.
A disastrous card for Rouse. Sebesta likely had all intentions Just checking it back on the river. Oh, he still checks despite making Broadway. Concerned about the diamonds, I think, Jeff.
I think you're probably right.
No, I know. I'm just getting it right for the. There we go. There we go.
Does it matter if you push the jack forward or not?
Sebesta wins the first pot to extend his chip lead.
He may have felt that had he bet, there weren't a lot of hands that could call, but Rouse had a hand that could seriously consider making a call with that 9-high straight. Well, king high straight, whatever it is.
I
Jeff.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Final 5 guaranteed $23,200. $8,700 pay jump from 5th to 4th, and up top is a smooth 116K.
I did not see, but
Talk about Sebesta being a local. So is Pesh, also from the Houston area. Outstanding player. He's made a ton of deep runs, including one in the main event not so long ago.
2015 finished in 36th. I played with him for a little on day 5 of that tournament. Not about me, though. Back to the action. Sebesta opens.
Sebesta's cooking early. Doing what chip leaders should be doing, applying a lot of pressure.
Silva defends here, 7-6. It's ace 10-6 with 1 heart, so De Silva outflops Sebesta at the moment. Sebesta the gutter, backdoor flush draw. Ace high flop going to fire here.
30,000 is the bet. 30,000.
Like this. Down bet sizing. It's all about really the next couple of streets if Ed can continue to apply a lot of pressure. This, however, becomes a difficult card to do so. When De Silva plays defense out of the big blind, calling a bet on the flop, he has suggested that he's interacted with the board in some way, shape, or form.
And after it goes check, check, Sebesta rivers the best.
Yeah, this is nice. Happily get the showdown with that 9. Maybe considering turning it into a bluff in his mind. Unlikely.
9s and 10s with an ace. 9s and 10s with an ace.
First couple pots go to Uncle Ed. Ed Sebesta out of Houston. More than $1.2 million in live tournament earnings. Won a $10,000 buy-in PokerGO Cup event last year.
The only people that are not rooting for Ed Sebesta to win this tournament are the other gentlemen at the table right now.
And
Everyone else,
even they might be.
they'll be content with it. Yeah. Everyone in the chat, everyone inside the club, they all want Ed to bring this thing home.
I could see Joey kind of sort of rooting for Ed as well. $10K pot limit Omaha is next on the agenda at the Texas Poker Open. Silva limps in, 5 deuce suited. Coleman says, let's run it. It's 10-8-4 with 1 diamond, couple backdoor draws for Pesh. Coleman as a pair.
And then there was life, a little pair for Pesh now. Could be a troublesome ticket if Coleman starts to seek value for his 8.
Goes check, check. Once more, the river brings another 4. Pesha's lead gets called quickly.
Deuces and 5s, 8s and 4s.
David Coleman, Brent mentioned his incredible year. 4 straight final tables at the
Can you just give
PGT
us a
Kickoff
warning?
Series.
Yeah, they told you. Yeah, okay, good.
Had not won a live tournament before this year, and now has 5 live tournament wins, and it's only May.
Playing the best poker of his life. He has become one of my favorite players to watch. His personality, fantastic. Just the way he handles himself at the table.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Former Rutgers Scarlet Knight. I don't know if he actually graduated, Jeff. He could be another college dropout. If he did graduate, apologies to the family tuning in. Should be proud of his achievements.
345 back. 316 total. I think so, yeah. 380.
He's getting himself into shape, too. Look at the pipes coming up on
Exactly.
Coleman.
He has made a concerted effort to get into shape. He's running a lot more.
Been playing some disc golf out here in Houston as well.
I'm out on that.
You're out.
Just out.
Is it? What is it about disc golf?
I'm just not a disc golf guy, you know, myself. But with it's all due respect for the sport.
Do you have a
sport? I don't know.
Childhood memory involving a frisbee that you?
No, I'm big. I
Don't like to look back at?
frisbee.
Something with a golf club, maybe.
No, well, no, like golf. Not only did David graduate from Rutgers with a degree in finance.
There it is. Yeah.
But he also was a tutor at Rutgers in economics, accounting, and statistics.
Well, he is a brilliant kid.
Weissman elects call out of the big blind with the ace-10 off.
This is really good stuff by Coleman with the king-3 off, having the leverage of the larger stack. Weissman handcuffed. You should be raising in these blind-on-blind battles with pretty much everything. Mixing in your limps with your bigger hands.
And I also wonder from Joey's perspective if his stack is big enough to where if he shoves, he's only getting called by better hands.
That's right.
Many worse are getting folded out.
Thus far, well played by both. As the kids would say, a lot of ICM pressure in these spots, Jeffrey. Something I know nothing about.
Not an ICM guy.
Not a big ICM. I should be, you know, after the
You play for the win.
success that I've had lately.
6th place.
Well, nobody else can claim that title.
That's a good way to look at it. Bobby Schmidt in the chat, just another day or two with the boys here in Texas. Been fantastic having the PokerGO team here in Houston. Thank you, Bobby. It's been great to be here. We absolutely love it, as you've heard us mention time and time and time again.
Bobby, a stand-up dealer here inside the club, does a great job.
Quite the poker player himself.
Doesn't
by the
play
way.
particularly great. I believe I stacked Bobby. Maybe stick to the dealer day job.
You know, Bobby final table the World Series of Poker circuit event recently.
Yeah, well, everybody has their day.
I had a piece. I had 50%. How good do I run?
Is that right?
Yeah.
No, all jokes aside, Bobby plays great. Great enough. Good
How about
stuff.
an 8 on the
Yeah.
river as Weissman makes a straight, 225K behind for him. 290K in the middle. Coleman, king in his hand.
You can see the SBR here, 290 in the middle. Weissman only has 225 in his stack. This could be a lot of trouble for Coleman if he goes for it.
Which
He
he does. Weissman happy to snap it off, obviously, with the goods. And there's a double up right off the bat for Joey Weissman. 13
Outstanding.
on the PGT leaderboard coming into today. This is 7th PGT cash.
You heard Coleman's reaction with that hand, ace-10. Didn't shove pre. Sort of the point by Joey. You keep all of the worst hands in. Allow your opponents to continue to bluff off whenever you can make a hand.
Joey Weissman travels the world with his fiancée Nellie, planning their trips around poker stops. They don't have a home address. They just travel.
Well,
I love it.
When you're as good of a person as Joey Weissman is, as well as his fiancée Nellie, you don't need a home because anyone out there will welcome you into theirs.
That's true. Even if they were busto, it wouldn't matter.
Bringing 70,000 is the bet. 70,000.
Justin Johnson in the chat, happy with the Mavs performance? Oh yeah, you were watching that game too, right? Just a shellacking of the Clips.
I think that was, don't judge me on this one either, Jeff, but I want to say that was right around the 5th full game that I've watched the entire year of the Mavs. What a performance.
Looking good, huh?
I love Jones.
Yeah.
Jumps out of the gym. Freak athlete. I think it might be their year.
Might have a real
Celtics look
shot
pretty
at it.
good, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they the outright favorite to win, I imagine?
Yeah, and then
Boston?
Nuggets.
And then the Nuggets, yeah. Dallas sort of in the mix after that with everybody else?
3rd highest favorite.
You know, there's a game tomorrow night in Dallas, Jeff. I'm
Oh,
just
I
saying.
am aware.
We're not that far.
I am aware of that also.
Last I checked, your family lives in Dallas.
This is true as well.
What is this? What's going on there? Did you bite your tongue?
No, I'm eating fruit, and then you gave me a pizza stick. So I'm having fruit and a pizza stick here at Champions Club. And I tell you what, both are just going to be amazing.
Would you like a crab cake?
No, thank you. I bet they're good, though.
You don't know what you're missing.
Noah Schwartz in the mix. Brent, did you learn anything from Berkey and the crew breaking down your final table hand? Peanut gallery out in full force.
Schwartzy, I did watch the
yeah,
clip.
They aren't great with details.
The problem is they butchered every single aspect of the hand, from stack size to my raise size. So I messaged Mental Health Matt on the side, and I gave him the skinny. Haven't heard back.
You know, we have the graphics with the numbers.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. Somehow they botched it. And I did talk to Nick Schulman this morning.
Oh, yeah?
We have therapeutic calls, the two of us.
Okay.
Every other day. Sort of how we begin our days. And the particular conversation this morning, much of which included that hand as well as another one he played elsewhere. And he likes it. He likes what I did. He thinks there's a world in which, we do check back turn. Likes the play. It's creative. It's out there. Dare I say brilliant on the flop.
Just two brilliant minds talking.
And then he said, yeah, but it was a big punt.
But after all,
I kid, yeah. He said, really, if you don't check, even if you just bet small and he shoves, you have to call it off.
Of course. Yeah.
Anyway, that is the hand that the world has been talking about.
It really is.
We'll just keep on diving in.
De Silva betting and getting this one through very nice with the Jack-10 for Pesh from Houston. Lives with his girlfriend in the Oregon area now, but is back in Houston for a while surrounding this series.
Wait a minute. He no longer lives in Houston?
Yeah, can you believe that?
I don't believe that. Did he tell you this?
Yep. Think he was messing with me?
No.
No. When I saw him in Vegas last month, we talked for a little while. 3-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner.
We got Ruthless in the chat. Adam Levy says
All the stars are out.
Well, who's Dweezy?
Probably
That's got to be Weissman,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, if I had to guess. Isaac Trumbo, Brent is still going to be talking about this hand on random streams years from now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, much like Adam should be talking about the Queen-10 suited hand against Phil Hellmuth years and years ago in the main event. Do you remember this one?
Yeah.
Sent Hellmuth into orbit. One of the better blow-ups that I think I've ever seen
Which
from
is saying
Hellmuth.
a lot.
Raise.
55,000 is the bet. 55,000.
Adam, you should definitely come down for the next series at Champions Club. Even you could win here.
We're not drawing for hands?
I'm sorry, what, Joe?
Are we drawing for hands for the next level?
We should have done that 5
doing
minutes.
yesterday, yeah.
You were doing that yesterday?
Yeah, we changed like the thing.
Oh, all right. Well,
Next level, I guess
we'll do it on the next level.
Something about drawing for him.
I'll go with it. I'll go with it. So if we're going forward and there's 5 minutes left in the level, then we can call the clock.
Combination.
Did you get that right? You got them drawing.
Do we have a break now?
No.
No, we won't have a break until after level 16.
Okay.
Break will be after 3 levels. 1 to 3 hands, guys, on the draw, or 1 to 4 with that player?
That's what the customer does.
4 is probably better, but it doesn't really matter much.
Either way.
I will yield to you guys. 4?
4 is good.
7 folds. So they're going to be drawing 15 dollars. Raise 45,000.
Pesh opens here, the king 6 suited.
Ooh.
You hear that thunder outside? We got a storm brewing in
Yeah,
in Houston, Texas.
Gets nasty out here.
Can be in for some rough weather.
Right. Well, Pesh is about to be in for some rough weather himself. Weissman with a premium. Keep an eye on the sizing here.
Off 35 bigs.
Raise 160,000 is the bet.
Sebesta with the aces.
No way.
An absolute cooler here. One that looks to benefit Uncle Ed.
Oh, and he's really selling it. Getting a clear count of Weissman's stack. Yeah, 400 to go.
The cold 4 to 400K.
Joey absolutely has to be sick right now. Would Ed do this with 2 10s, 2 jacks? Probably a lot of ace-king involved with what Ed would come in with a cold 4 bet.
And the ace-king might just be a jam. But still, 2 queens in this spot.
Look at Joey's face. I mean, he knows this is just
Yeah.
gross. Does not like his queens at all. Might just be too good, though, Jeff. Wow.
Can Weissman find the fold? He can indeed find the fold. That is a remarkable laydown by Joey Weissman.
It was outstanding. Dialed in. Read the situation to perfection.
Was a good moment to show a deuce. No, you'll see it.
Joey is pained by that fold, but he's going to love watching that one back. Excellent fold.
If you just show the deuce now, you hurt him a lot more, you know.
I would have loved to see it.
Oh, like if he's by himself in the hotel room, he can cope with it.
Oh, I love
Right
Joey,
now-
but I also would have loved if Ed showed him a deuce.
Ed finds the cold 4 with ace-2 suited and just throws over the deuce.
Back to work for Joey. His blinds have gone up 15K, 25K. 25K big blind ante. Yours ace-6 off in the big blind off 11 bigs or so.
Yeah, and it's a Weissman open. It could have gone either way. There are times where he is just shoving. Other times where we make the call, I don't think fold is an option.
And it comes ace, 8-3. Top 2 for Joey. Rouse in a world of trouble.
Being rewarded for his fold just a moment ago. And this is a cooler for Rouse. Comes ace high. I believe we're going to be wishing him well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's at the desk.
Turn deuce of clubs.
Weissman bet very small on the flop with this monster. When you have aces and eights, it's hard to give your opponent much, but clearly he knows Rouse has one of the two cards. Could be a hand like King 3. Right now it's all about sizing.
Small again.
Yeah, continuing. Just trying to induce.
Would set up beautifully about a half pot shove on the river when it does go check call just like this. River queen. I believe we know what's coming next. And good luck trying to get away from this one. There is that call. He'll see the bad news. It's just happened sometimes. Can't blame him. It's a good game.
Nice hand.
To Rouse out in fifth. $23,200 in his fourth PGT cash of the year.
It's been a rough series for Rouse out here in Texas. I believe his only final table.
I had an 8 too.
And he played everything. So it goes, Jeff.
Leaves us with 4, guaranteed $31,900, almost a 15K pay jump. From fourth to third, up top 116K, 116 PGT points.
The walk. The walk. Rare occasion.
Yeah. Sure did, didn't I?
Jim Colby bubbled this event. Jeremy Osmus also did not cash.
You're going back to Osmus. Is this relevant? Was he, did he bust right before Colby, or?
I thought we were talking about just people who did not cash. So I just thought it was relevant information.
Well, this hand's relevant for Uncle Ed.
Raise 50.
And I'm calling it right now. Osmus is going to final table this PLO event, the final event, in spite of you.
In spite of me? What?
I'm going to give him a little coaching.
You're going to help him. You know what it takes to make final tables here.
Did I tell you about the discourse we had deep in the main? I'll get back to that in a moment after Ed Sebesta takes care of this whippersnapper.
That's David Coleman, who does defend. Is the shortest stack. Does see a flop of ace-6 deuce. Check, check as Coleman turns a gutter. Checks through once more to see Coleman rivering a no good pair of fives.
See if Coleman. I mean, there's a world where we block, but you're only hoping to get called by a hand like King Queen that's shutting it down. You possess a queen, making it more unlikely for Ed to have been taking that line with that hand. And I think this just happens a lot, where Ed is content getting to showdown on a board that possesses an overcard, and we just drag the pot. Not a lot of thin value. Anyway, in the main,
yeah,
around 30 players left. I've got about 15 big blinds in the small blind. Osmus is on the button. Raises. He's got 25 bigs to start the hand. He raises. I pile.
Okay.
I have king, queen suited.
Nice.
Comes back to Osmus. He hems and haws. Uses a time extension.
Oh.
And then folds.
Okay.
I said, what did you have? I showed him my hand.
Yeah.
10-8 of hearts.
10-8 of hearts.
I said, what?
For 15 bigs.
So what are you thinking about? What are you doing?
Good question. Yeah.
He said, oh, it's a pretty good hand. You didn't have, a lot of chips. I said, Jeremy, now I think I found the problem as to what's going on with your play and your game right now. That's not a call. I'm not even a solver, and I know this, Jeff.
Did he try to defend it?
He laughed and he said, "I think you're right," and he ordered a cocktail.
Okay, there you go.
Fold.
Well, I'm so glad he didn't call and bust you right then, right there. Out in 30th after Osmus's 10-8
could have been
suited gets
with
you.
the 10 high. Or maybe I had queen jack suited. I don't know. Either way.
Yeah, whatever you had it. Coleman ace-8 suited, exactly 10 bigs on the button.
$250.
Raise 250,000.
All goes in. That will get through for David Coleman.
Not much decision.
Looked like it. Quick fold. Easy one for me, too.
5 more, Ed. It's 15. Ed, 5 more. It's 15.
Yeah, you snuck him up on me.
Joey opens on the button, 7-5 suited. De Silva now with 2 queens in the big.
Three raises, 180,000. 180 is the new bet.
3 bet is to 180K. BC, Weissman going to win it all. What a fold. Yeah, might just be his tournament. All in, blind versus blind. Coleman, no.
About 850.
Yeah. Roughly 70, actually.
Three raises, 55,000.
Andrew says it is his tournament, Brett. Couple things. Number one, that was me who said it might be Weissman's tournament. I'm Jeff. Number two, the other guy's name in here is Brent, not Brett, I believe.
It's all the same.
Feel free to fact check me.
It's all the
if I'm
same.
wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
But appreciate the
But
comments.
appreciate you being here.
Thank you for stopping by, Andre Stern. No? Went right over your head as well? No problem, Jeff. Just keep going.
Oh, gotcha, Andre. Yeah. No, that was good.
Three raises, 55,000.
Flash opens Jack 10. Queen 10 for Joey. Into the muck. Ed will not defend the 9-6.
Is this a huge storm?
Sure sounds like it, doesn't
Yeah, really rumbling. Okay, is this coming up in the broadcast? Wonder if the good people at home can hear it.
Let us know if you hear some thunder.
I'm going to check the weather apps. Ah, flood watch. Seems normal.
250.
Does it say it's raining here?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I could have guessed that. As Coleman gets another shove through. Gusty winds and small hail possible, but Houston, that's what they do. Houston's used to this. It'll be warm and sunny by 5. Timothy Turner. Why is this dude dressed like he is about to summit a mountain? Referring to Patch. That's good. Where a poker room's always so dang cold. Better cold than hot.
That topic has come up a lot. Would you rather be extraordinarily cold or extraordinarily hot while playing a poker tournament, Jeff?
Cold.
Wow.
Oh.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm cold by a mile.
Yeah, cold.
I don't want
no
to sweat.
question about it.
All in.
Yeah.
Coleman, ace-5. Yeah, good enough. Here we go.
290.
David Coleman all in and at risk. If he wins this pot, he's back to 24 bigs. It's a slight favorite. And let's run it.
Doesn't matter where the buttons go because technically it's cold. That's all wrong.
Flop comes. King, king, 5. Safe flop for Coleman. 1 heart exists in the hand of De Silva. Turn is a 4. Safe turn for Coleman. Just needs to dodge a 10 or an 8 to double up. Oh, yep. The reaction said it all.
Good luck.
The 8 on the river, and we say good game to David Coleman, who continues a tear in 2024, but a bit of a disappointing ending there.
And we do, in fact, say GG, and we're now down to 3. Pesh starting to inch closer and closer to Uncle Ed. Roughly tied for the chip lead, I believe. May have overtaken him, Jeff. We'll see in a moment. Weissman's in the mix, though. Extremely dangerous. He very well could have been out of here. And
Yeah.
he called it off with the 2 queens.
Would have changed it all.
That's right, that's right.
No, no.
Final 3 is short of $46,400, about his 26K pay jump from 3rd to 2nd. King Queen for Weissman in the small blind. 30 bigs. How to proceed? The 3 bet is to 200K. All the kings out. King 10, King Jack, King Queen. King Jack into the muck. How about the King 10 off on the button?
I've seen Pesh do some filthy stuff. He is not afraid to 4-bet. Outstanding player. Has a lot of that feel and intuition going on. Would imagine well studied at this point as well in his career. He truly does not give a rip at the table. He'll go for it.
That is true. That's what makes him very tough to deal with and very fun to watch. This one, though, is a fold. Nice call.
What?
Just about him going crazy.
I'm saying it would not have surprised me.
I know.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Would not have surprised me either. Instead, just a fold.
See, I'm the small blind. Yeah.
Oh.
I am. I'm the small blind.
Small blind, right?
Yeah, I'm the small blind.
Said
You're the
Joey,
dealer.
I thought.
You're the dealer, I think.
Thought I heard Joey.
I think it's right.
You think that's a Lululemon hoodie that Joey's wearing?
I don't. I have to get another. I don't know. Why are you asking?
I'm
You want
just
to order
curious.
one?
Nice. Yeah,
You're
I'd
about
buy
to
it.
buy one.
I'd consider it, yeah.
This, by the way, was very tricky bypass. King, queen off, just knuckled back in position against Ed, who's second in chips. Very under-repped. You would have expected a raise in position with that sort of hand, but I like this.
River is a king.
He has seemingly given himself the opportunity to win the most with king, queen. Now connecting, and Ed has queen high. I've seen him make sticky calls. He can be a non-believer, and if he just thinks queen high is good, he's not afraid to put chips in the middle. Bet, I think, is 75K. He bet the pot, did Pesh.
I'll call.
Makes the call, and De Silva does indeed get paid off.
Okay.
That was a really well-played hand by De Silva. I know
Absolutely.
it was small, seemed kind of boring, but there was a lot more to it. Checking back and seeing texture. Ian in the chat. Jeff Hanks, did you guys have lunch? I'll call you, or I'll call and buy you lunch if you'd like. Let me know. Well, that's very kind. I did.
Very kind, but we are good now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, just had some pizza sticks.
They set us
Homemade
up
pizza sticks.
Very well here. That pizza stick was fantastic.
Really good.
Thank you for sharing.
And the crab cakes.
They were good?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, that's it for me.
Thank you.
Aaron's going to come in and
Thank you very much.
and the blinds are up next hand.
30 now.
30 now.
ChampionsClubTexas.com to find out more, to see what Champions has going on. Tell you what, folks, it is a lot of good stuff. Action-packed games. 71-room boutique-style hotel. Upscale dining. We mentioned Chef Connie, world class. Speaking of world class, the hospitality here, yep, world class.
And we're not too far from that beautiful city you
That's
just saw
right.
in the backdrop. The commissioner, Tim Duckworth of the PGT, and Brandon, one of our live reporters, they've been going to this bar,
Yeah,
video arcade every night called Cidercade, I think. There till the sun comes up.
Becoming regulars there.
You and I have been getting asked to go out every night.
We do get asked.
With the crew. There's a crew from the champion side as well as our crew
Both
on the
great
PokerGO
crews.
side. Love them all.
Always say no.
Always say no.
Okay, well, you can't pull me away from this place.
Nope.
Sorry.
Never leaving the club. Last night was just glorious, Jeff.
You went back to the room early.
You and I
especially
had
for you.
dinner
yeah,
at about
yeah.
6.
And
then
that was
went
it.
right to the room. You went to your room. Yeah, that was it.
I mean, that's usually what I do. But yes,
you do that
did
every
it.
night.
You did
For
it
me,
last
to
night.
be in bed at whatever time it was, 7, watch the NBA,
Oh,
right to bed after
it
that.
was electric.
Finally caught up on sleep.
Get some rest.
Yeah.
Deserve some rest.
I think this is yours too, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think that was my blind. I think that is yours.
Now, tonight, on the other hand,
Oh, yeah, you're back at it for sure.
yeah, we're going to grind.
Who's we?
Aren't you going to play a little poker?
Maybe.
You're on the fence.
Let me say maybe. Got to watch 76ers Knicks.
What time's that?
That is... That's at 8. So yeah, I'll play a little before.
Is there a particular side?
Sixers. Would prefer the Sixers. Ooh, Queen 4 deuce with 2 hearts. So top pair for Sebesta. De Silva flops a flush draw.
50?
The lead is 50K. And Pesh turns a pair of 8s to accompany his flush draw. Bet is 100K this time, and that gets called as well. The river card is the Jack of Clubs. De Silva makes 2 pair.
Oh, this is sick and twisted. I don't see how Ed can get away from this. With those hearts being missed. And what a run out. De Silva has to know that Ed has a queen.
380.
Yeah, he's going to size it up.
Goes 380 into 480. And to your point, Brent, Sebesta is looking at a ridiculous spot. Can't imagine he could ever fold.
Oh, the hand is just too good. If he can fold it here, that would be heroic. Wow.
He does lay down the king-queen. We have seen some impressive folds early on in this final table. Sebesta finds the laydown with king-queen on the queen-high board. When the flush draw does not get there, bravo.
That was outstanding. Didn't even use a time extension. Just put a read on him and said, I think you're strong. You're better than one pair.
AZ says, don't they have TVs in the poker room? Yes, they do. We watch the games all the time down there.
Makes a good point, Jeff.
Yeah. Silva turns a pair of threes and will lead. Yegs in the chat, what's the delay on the stream, by the way? Any chance Ed saw Joey's queens fold? It's about 45 minutes. Players can't have their phone at the table, so at the first break he would, yes, be able to see it, or he could walk off and check. But I'm guessing he has not seen the queens fold yet. That is best guess. Cameron Kaiser, is this live or a rerun? It's a rerun. Just kidding. It's obviously live. I answered that.
It's a rerun?
It's a rerun.
Gosh, I can't get over that fold. And stack preservation, by the way, for Ed. Had he called and lost, he would have easily been the short stack. He was able to maintain his pole position second, just ahead of Joey Weissman, who's picking up this small pot. A lot of great conversations amongst these three.
Really getting to know one another.
I wonder if that's annoying for Uncle Ed, because, you know, he's a chatter.
Yeah, but these two will talk a lot too, just, I guess, on day ones. It's, of course, understandable.
Yeah.
Locked in at a final table. I think he probably knows these two well enough by now to not be bothered by it, because he knows that they would chat with him.
I say
20
this,
on
and
day
I mean,
ones.
Ed and I have spent quite literally hours just chatting
I love
in
that.
the lobby,
Love that. I can
also
see
at
that,
the
yeah.
studio. I love sitting down with Ed.
It's great. Ed was down to just one 1K chip late day one of the main with, I think, big blind at 6K. He had 1K, spun it up to about 50K, but
Wow.
couldn't, then busted. It would have been heroic. It would have been absolutely absurd. Comeback, was rooting for it. Timothy Turner, are these guys all high volume players? Really good question. Weissman for sure. He's playing a poker tournament every day, whether it's in Houston or South Africa. De Silva a little less nowadays, but still grinds. And Sebesta is just always here at Champions Club.
Yeah, Ed came and played the full slate of U.S. Poker Open events. He plays here at the club, obviously for this series. And I think for Pesh, a lot online still.
Yeah, online for
Primarily
sure.
online.
Online for sure. De Silva hang on with the eights.
Yeah, this is really nice from Joey. De Silva just knows not a lot makes a great deal of sense. Sort of repping mostly jacks and good aces.
Weissman.
It's a very polarizing spot
Yeah.
that one must take if you're Joey Weissman. And for De Silva on the other side, you recognize that. And as the chip leader, you try and avoid these guessing games. Maintain the chip lead, pick up small pot after small pot, having to avoid guessing.
Weissman has to be feeling good now, and he's going to feel really good at break when he gets a look back at that Queens versus Aces fold. He might already know. I know Nellie's got to be on the rail for him. Like always, she's such a great supporter. Her fiance always can be spotted at a Joey Weissman final table. She'll get in the mix herself as well in battle.
It has been all De Silva. And I was watching the coverage on day one. De Silva was crushing as well.
Yeah.
Throughout the
He had a
majority of that
runaway
day.
chip lead for
Yeah.
some of it. Joey raising on the button with a good one. Bumps it up with the ace queen. De Silva 6-4. Great shot here. Crew has done a remarkable job. Champions has really invested into this live stream. It shows. Got some 4K cameras out there. They put on a terrific production. Be sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel as well. They're running a lot of streams here.
They're streaming close to 5 days a week.
Wow, that's so impressive. Tournaments and cash.
Yeah.
A lot of PLO if you're into the PLO streets.
You probably tune into a lot of those, don't you, Jeff?
Big
the PLO streams?
That's where I've been learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people talking about my excellent PLO commentary yesterday. It was kind of the
Yeah,
buzz
you know,
in the poker world.
I picked up on that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You know, I don't like to brag, but it was
No,
very
not
good.
about you.
Not about me. Seven, 6, 4. Weissman open ender, backdoor flush draw, Sebesta top pair.
You can see, too, with the stacks, Ed has slipped to 3 of 3. All these pots are oh so critical.
Joey leading from the big blind on the 7, 6, 4. Sebesta calls, turn deuce of hearts. Weissman continuing here for 160. Got to figure there are a lot of rivers that are going to make it plenty appealing for Joey to go bet, bet, bet. With the 5 in his hand.
What's the bet?
160,000. Time.
Call.
Sebesta calls once more with the pair. Has 505K behind with 565K in the pot.
You see Joey eyeing up the stack. He's hoping to bury it.
River King, though, giving Sebesta top 2. But is this one of those river cards that Joey pumps the brakes on?
It's hard to give Ed a lot of kings.
True.
Could certainly be, you know, the king high flush draw. To pin him exactly on something like king 6, king 7, king 4 to have stuck around. King 7, sure. But again, the king isn't that relevant. Joey may feel that he can bluff him off what could be a 7 or a 6.
I like this. Goes super small just to get some of those like ace high hands to fold.
Right.
Obviously, we can see that
Raise.
this is coming, and then you can just get out of the way.
That's really
I
creative
love going
by
small there,
Weissman.
yeah.
It only has to work a small percentage of the time rather than blasting off into orbit with queen high, risking your stack. Still healthy with more than 800,000
Absolutely.
is Weissman, and a big pickup for Ed.
Yeah, well played by both there, it seemed. The small river bluff seems to be becoming more and more popular.
Yeah, it's creative. Oh, Ed has stopped stacking his chips. So I thought he was thinking about maybe
same.
just sending it, which I would have loved to see. Very vulnerable pair of 5s, but we've got more than 30 bigs with the second largest stack. No need.
King 9-3 top pair for Pesh.
Raise.
Oh, Sebesta. The check min raise with the 5s on the King 9-3.
He did have dirty thoughts in his mind.
Turn is a 6.
I believe Ed is shutting it down. Yeah, De Silva trying to remain under-repped.
River 4 of diamonds. It's best of the 5 of diamonds in hand.
If we can beat, if we're Ed, you know, thinking about what we beat, it's the Queen 10, Jack 10, Queen Jack type of holdings.
1 1/4.
This is a block in a way. Maybe some sort of world in which Pesh could have had like ace 3 suited. Club comes to mind, something like that, but this, oh, is he going to bring a little click back himself? Wow.
275,000.
So he makes it 275K.
Great feel in this spot for De Silva. May think that Ed has potentially a 9, given the check raise on the flop.
There's the fold. De Silva picks up a nice pot.
Lines, please. C5 raised 60,000.
I think now, and he's not going to, but I think here off this stack, as the shortest stack, Sebesta, sort of like shove out of the small blind more than anything else. It's so hard to win unless you just spike a sailboat, especially multi-way.
King Jack 9.
C6 checks. C3 checks. C5 checks. C6 checks. C3 checks. C5 bet 60,000.
Does look to be either shove, like you said, or maybe even fold. But who wants to fold a pair?
Yeah, I would have loved to seen a shove from Ed. It's the shorter stack against these wild animals. Weissman is playing this hand
10 seconds.
really well. Oh, look at that. And De Silva.
Oh, wow. Pair at 9's 10 in hand.
210,000.
The check raised to 210K.
And Joey's getting everything he wanted. Check back the flop 3 ways. Very small bet on the turn in position. And he's got the worst hand, check raising. This is as a bluff for De Silva. We have outs when called, at least in his mind.
There is that call. River another 5. 630K in the pot. That's more than what Weissman has behind.
We'll see if De Silva was planning on check raising and then just ripping it on all rivers.
10 seconds.
Could also just be shutting it down.
As he does check. Joey will just check back, show down the winner. Cool hand. 2 hands left in this level, according to Brian.
Indeed, a cool hand. The 5 was not particularly great, as it would have counterfeited what may have been bottom 2, a hand like Jack-9 in that spot.
Sure.
I've saved there.
Oh, and there,
Oh,
yeah,
there
you
it
heard
is,
it.
yeah.
You heard it. Yeah, good call.
Didn't expect you to fold that one.
Sebesta, the birds again. De Silva with 5s. Nine, 6, 3.
Oh, Ed.
The check back and turning the set of aces.
Yeah, he did. That is an unfortunate card. for
Right,
Ed,
right.
Believe
Weird
it or
to
not.
say, but yeah.
He was hoping to get multiple streets with the check back on the flop. Now making top set. It just looks like he can have a lot of ace-10, ace-jack, ace-queen, ace-king holdings. Pesh knows that. Obviously, look him up once more. Drawing dead.
River 10 of diamonds.
Jeff, did you bring an umbrella?
I did not know. Did you?
Would you mind going inside and getting us one?
I would, yes. Yes, I would mind.
I might just wait in the truck until the storm's over.
Okay, that you might be here a while.
220.
Well, that will send us off to break. We will take a quick break as well. See you in 10.
Just because of you, dude. True story, right, Pink?
I'm just watching the Alex show right now, brother.
But true story, we decorated in black and gold just out of an honor of Phil.
We did.
Yeah, it was.
It's black and gold, but I did not do you.
Correct.
Ace 6-4, some trouble for Ambrose.
How much is in the pot?
So would you say you're a love to win guy or a hate to lose guy?
Overbets don't
Wow.
lie. Wow.
No, stop it. You're a
Huge here.
you're a graceful loser. What are you talking about?
Alex was trying to convince us that you don't tilt earlier today. And me and Freddie looked at him like,
Like you guys just don't understand him. That's your problem. You guys are like one-dimensional
I
thinkers.
tilt a lot less than you guys.
Now there for Ambrose.
You guys are just one-dimensional
all of
thinkers.
my tilt by
Makes
wine,
the call.
and then I go back into super tight mode, and you.
And here we go.
You just give me money. every day they just give me money every time I play poker. It's scary to me. Like,
What do you do, once or twice?
oh, up to you, man.
Yeah,
I always go twice.
Twice sounds good.
On your backs.
Yeah, first the show.
On your backs.
Alex about a 2-1 favorite.
Fair fight.
Oh, man, Alex.
6 to 4.
Nice
Nice
hand,
hand.
16K in the pot.
All right, sure. He gave up. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. We're good.
Twice or once?
Twice, go.
We're going twice.
Ambrose reaching for the backpack.
Smart. Texas. I always knew Houston was my place. I always knew if I just sit there and play with Phil, I'm gonna win 100,000.
Full house.
River 4. Freddie
Yeah,
called
that's
that
for the
one.
first one.
And this is the 6.
Yeah, I'm drunk.
No, it's
No, you got an 8 or an 8
not even
or a
slim.
7.
It's completely over.
3.
Or a 3.
And that's for the
Three
second
instead,
one.
it's a
Thank you.
two.
I missed the 3. Too many outs.
Nice dealer tip and a nice pot for Alex.
Called himself a rom.
It's a good game here, guys. You guys play every week?
7 deuce game is on.
Chicago guys are battling. Battling.
We'll just play by ourselves.
I wouldn't fold this hand for a family member, dude.
Don, you can play with us too.
Okay.
And he can too.
Tom,
And Poker Mama, you can play too. And you can play too. What are you doing? What when you had your
8-6-5.
just talking shit. Raise your hand in the cookie jar. You hit it.
Fair and straight draw for Alex.
You got caught. It feels bad, right? It does feel bad.
Is Casey invited?
Oh yeah. 1,000. Did I not invite you?
No, it says Casey invited.
Oh, I said yeah. Poker Mama, you can play.
Another 5 on the turn. Trips for
I
Alex,
invited
setting the trap.
For the record.
We have a lot of. It's going to be fun. We have a lot of. Women playing with us the next couple days.
Really?
Yes. Someone's gonna be singing a tune after this hand.
Yeah, my girlfriend Ashley's playing.
River 9.
Ashley Frank, Poker Face Ash. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Know that it's, I don't know her personally, but I know. I've heard the name.
What the hell?
There's a lot of history in this hand, guys. Watch this.
What are you representing?
Oh, and Maria's going to be here. Yeah. Do you guys remember 9/11? Never heard of it.
Oh my God.
Well, you're about to see.
Oh no.
Pink.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The Chicago guys are making the stream, man. I'm supposed to be the clever one.
What the fuck is this?
Or the Poker Brat one.
Oh, you can do it.
Alex
Pete,
somehow
got any
get
information
away.
you give me? Any live tells on them?
Well, first tell me
Can't
what your hand is so
imagine.
I can help you.
I have a very disguised hand. He bet the flop. It's a good spot to make me look bad. It's actually why I'm considering calling. It's not that my hand is strong or anything.
Freddie, can I help him?
Clock.
Makes the call. Freddie gets
Yes,
paid off.
that's what I figured it was.
So we'll make a little
I
bit
figured it was
extra
7
as
deuce
well.
also. I was like, that's literally the only hand he could have is 7 deuce.
I'm a full house.
Nice hand.
I called it right at the beginning of the hand. I said the Chicago guys are playing against each other.
What a bingo ass river.
RJ with 2 kings.
Don and I are happy.
He and Don could
Don and I
collide.
are happy. We just found out Electric is not going to take our business over.
Here comes Don, which RJ is going to love.
Don, you got a big one on you, huh?
Yeah, real big. I want the knit game continue. Here we go.
Kind of setting the trap for the Nick game, guys.
Oh my
Instead, he just
You had
runs
me
into
down.
the goods.
Oh, no.
You guys going once or twice?
Whatever. You pick.
Yeah, I don't care. Either way you want.
I don't want to pick. Someone else pick.
Twice.
Go.
Twice.
Full boards.
Do you guys have the same suit? I can't see.
First one wins it, yeah. No, he's got...
Run it
spades up.
twice. First board counts for the Nick game. RJ still with the button in
All right,
front of
one
him.
jack on the flop,
Where's
please.
that barbecue?
It's coming, man. They had to wait in line. They go and wait in line for like an hour at the place.
Give a couple extra $100 and get to the front of the line.
I'm going to pay him handsomely.
450.
Oh, that's a nice word. I'm going to pay him handsomely. Old school.
2 jacks on the flop.
He's an
please,
old
dealer.
soul.
Let's keep the Nick game going. Just give me the bottom at least. Okay.
King, queen, deuce, but all spades.
That's a cool sweat.
Let's do a 10 of
That's a
spades.
fun sweat.
Door open.
That's sick.
For Pink Floyd Tom.
10!
That shit's sick.
Oh!
The king of spades does roll off on the
That shit's
turn.
sick.
I just want the Nick game to keep going, man. You're gonna win
Flush
this
and
one.
4 to the royal.
Don't pay.
River card is a
Oh, he's got a
3.
set.
RJ will
really
keep
unfortunate.
that nit game
Yeah,
button, and
unfortunate
now
third.
just looks for half the pot.
Let him on the bottom.
Despite
Done.
getting the
Let
chips
him win the bottom.
in.
This is honestly fucked up.
Yeah, we chop it up.
Okay, chop it up.
King. King deuce deuce.
Don't even run it out. They're not chopping.
King deuce deuce.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Not
God.
like this.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Now we
Please
need
no with
the
the
other
King or
jack on
10.
the flop.
Oh, he wasted the king on the first.
No,
Okay,
I
10.
didn't have a king.
Ten's in.
10 would be nice.
Remember, yeah, we did see a king
Okay,
on
just
the
a king.
top board.
It's just over.
I have no idea.
Oil money doesn't
Pretty
lose,
sick.
buddy. You guys don't know that by now?
Nice
To be
hand,
fair,
man.
Don
Oh,
did not
that
run
is
well
a
the last
brutal
two
one
times.
for RJ.
Because his
Just
brother's here, bro.
scoops.
Maybe you here, Alex.
Good luck charm.
I
Brother
got
from
cousin
another mother,
LA,
my
too.
man.
Both runouts
Can you-
with kings versus jacks.
Yeah, I think the waitress
Wow,
is
this
trying
guy.
to take advantage.
All he needed was some fucking
I think she's...
protein.
All he needed was some Texas
Freddie,
barbecue.
have you had an empty drink once? She's trying to take advantage of us. I know she is.
Can they
What,
edit that out?
1,000?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
got.
God, you're terrible at poker. I call.
What sizing would you prefer?
What size what?
What sizing would you prefer?
7-4 deuce, two spades.
pick your
I'll
fate,
shove
dude.
for
I don't
Alex.
care.
I think
Oh,
the
check.
pink heater might be over.
He's used to people just staring
What
at
are
him.
you doing? Oh, that's
Unless-
not... Stop. Give him another chance. Hold on.
Unless
Oh, the king of clubs comes on the turn.
he finds one.
Close your mouth.
All right, all in.
Oh, my, oh, my
Wow,
God.
Oh,
and
the
call.
jam and the
All
call.
right, Bill, I don't know if
We're
we'll
going to
both
play a
tomorrow.
massive one.
That's
One of
7-4.
You're good.
You have ace king, right? Twice. Go ahead.
Once or twice.
Twice.
First the show wins.
Yeah,
Go.
7-4 for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
Show your
he
hand.
doesn't have 7-4.
I'm not sure.
King might have
Lord,
king
seven.
Do they have to show?
King queen. Oh, you got
Run
family.
it twice.
They do have to. They have to show.
I have out.
She said you have to show.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay,
He
we
said he
will
had
show.
7-4. A good
More
read
than
up, baby.
25K in
Alex
this
is
pot.
maybe a 7-4.
Yeah, good check on the
Alex
flop.
What do you
seeing
think?
an ace or a spade.
Twice good, twice good. All right, spade on the first one, please.
All right, remember what I did last time?
Asking for the
That's for
spade.
this one. That's for this one.
He bites the deal.
That's me.
Okay. Now I
First
don't
one's
give a fuck.
clean for pink.
We gotta take this one.
Assures himself of at least a chop.
All right.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Wow,
River
great.
clean
A
for
date
pink
with an
as
eight.
well.
Premature.
All right, guys,
A
I'm out.
date with an 8.
Premature. How much is it?
The barbecue boost.
It's enough to hurt, actually.
No.
Start the hand with 15,000.
That doesn't
Well,
hurt.
if you guys all take a fucking
Whoa.
sandwich break again. Let's have a barbecue break in the middle of the stream.
All right, guys, this is one of Alice's tax plays. What is that, 19?
Pink. Folded jacks.
It was 2 pink. Let's go, Casey. Fucking beat his ass.
Casey with ace
God, this
jack
player
in that
mismatching.
$200 straddle spot.
Just shut up. I can't. No.
Sides against it.
All right, let's
Depends
go.
on not done with the ace four suited.
The
Oh,
real
yeah.
oligarchy is.
Oil on
My
oil.
shares are worth more than yours, buddy.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna say. I'm gonna
A
prove
little
it.
crude
John, what do you
violence.
need? I'll help you.
Let's go, Don. Oh, Lord.
Ooh.
5, 4, 3.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Plan
wow.
and
This
the
is the
call.
best
Here we
move of my whole
go.
life. Oh!
A 4 good?
No.
I had a 4. Yeah, whatever.
Twice go.
4.
They'll run it twice.
First show wins.
Alex's 9s are best.
Ace 4.
Okay.
About a
Okay,
2 to
we
1
got
favorite.
2. It's a flip.
Yeah, hold on. That's for the first one. That's for
Three players left fighting for the PGT title, the Texas Poker Open belt buckle, and $116,000. Welcome back to our final table coverage. Jeff Platt here with Brent Hanks. Brent, we are down to 3. Joey Weissman, Ed Sebesta, Upeshka De Silva. As the blinds do go up, 20K, 40K, with a 40K big blind ante. Weissman on the button here with the 9-7 suited.
I can hear the crowd going wild inside the club, chanting, Uncle Ed, Uncle Ed. Not that we're biased or anything here in the booth, Jeff.
No, of course not.
No way would we support the local Houstonian, the master of all things coffee inside the club.
Very professional.
He's here every morning, by the way.
Yeah, we see him
day.
here every day. We're here
Every day.
Yeah, it's the best. The only times they don't see him here is when we have a PGT High Roller Series in Las Vegas, PokerGO Cup, US Poker Open, Poker Masters. He won a PokerGO Cup event last year. We're big fans of these two as well, Upeshka De Silva, Joey Weissman.
I think Ed really got Shulman in a big one, if I recall, in that event that he won.
Did.
Yeah.
He did.
That's a fun card. De Silva goes top pair. Weissman goes pair of nines with the flush draw. See how Weissman wants to tell this story. He opened up the button, goes check, check, flop. Weissman can have a lot of aces, tricky queens. He's taken a wonderful path thus far. Will not lose a large pot. When I have that much of a hand, I can't help myself.
We know. We know.
It's pretty sizable from De Silva betting the 140. We do beat some bluffs, although it would be awfully thin out of Pesh, given Weissman has suggested he has showdown value, checking back flop, checking back turn.
Especially that turn.
On that, yeah, especially that turn card, exactly. I don't think Joey's leaning call that often. Maybe it's fold, raise, call in that order.
It does find the fold. De Silva picks at the pot. Upeshka De Silva won a 10K in Florida in January for about $165,000. He has 3 World Series of Poker bracelets to his name. Almost $4 million in live tournament earnings. Silva raising blind versus blind as the chip leader. Put some pressure on his opponents. Weissman, though, queen 5 suited. Good point, Timothy Turner. I just want 1 bracelet. Is that too much to ask? Upeshka's greedy, taking 3 for himself. I'm with you. Weissman has 1. Hanks has 1. Why can't we just get 1?
We won ours the same year.
2001?
1997. Badoogie.
That would be 2012. Six on the turn. Pair of 6s for De Silva. Weissman adds a straight draw to his pair of queens. Silva leads for 165K. Weissman calls once more. 730K in the middle.
Dare I say this is kind of a cooler? Oh, and it just got even colder.
Absolutely, as the river does bring another queen.
If I have a 6 here, I'm quite happy. A little concerned about the kicker scenario. Like Weissman could just have better 6s, and of course, the queen. But for De Silva, this is a gross spot. I would love my hand. Assuming this is the bet, it's for pure value. Targeting what he's hoping is a 3, a deuce, or a stubborn ace high, which Weissman could absolutely have. And now for Joey, it's in between just call or put in the rest of the chips. If we do shove, what are we expected to get called by? Be forcing a 6 to make a hero call. You'd hate to be wrong and just be beat.
Yeah. Flicks in the call. Takes the chip lead. It's easy as that for Joey Weissman. Weissman 13th on the 2024 PGT leaderboard. This is 7th cash. Finished in 2nd place at 15K US Poker Open. His last win came last March, winning a 10K USPO event.
Back on the horse for Pesh. For Joey, with the chip lead, it's a bit of a mindset change. How to maneuver. He was going to fold, was Ed, and then thought about limping in and then just folded. Turns out that was a wise decision.
Yeah. Nice day out.
It's lovely.
Yegs in the chat, part of that Joey Weissman rail. Woo! New chip leader, baby. Let's go. Did I read that accurately? With the woo!
Little Ric Flair.
Robert, I never see bracelet winners wearing them. Is that frowned upon? You responded, most bracelet winners sell them at a local pawn shop. Everyone knows that. Yet, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, you don't know where your bracelet is, right?
I gave mine away.
Right, but
to my dad.
But your dad could not tell you where it was.
Yeah,
at this
now it's
moment.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Hanks too busy playing poker to look for the bracelet. AZ Brownie played the PokerGO 5K at the PokerGO studio in April. That was our first USPO event. Bucket list. Everyone should do it. Unbelievable experience. Love that. We were talking to Victoria Lifshitz here in Texas. She says, besides the studio, best place to play, it's Champions Club. Great player experience. Carl said Hank's dad pawned it? Maybe.
It's possible. Plays a lot of golf, you know. They do some gambling on the course. Maybe had a bad run out there.
Ten six deuce 1 heart. Pair of sixes for Sebesta. A couple backdoor draws for De Silva. Be sure to click like, and while you're clicking like, if you want to click subscribe, that'd be great too. Phantom says, I don't know if it's just me, but the audio is a bit quiet. Well, there's not much that's been said. I think no matter how loud we may have had it, you still wouldn't hear much. Another 10 on the river. Does Sebesta choose to hunt for a little value? He will.
It's nice recognition here from Uncle Ed. Sizing 80,000. Tough for Pesh to get away from ace high, but player dependent. If it's Ed, how often is he seeking thin value? Could this be the time we look him up and he's light?
De Silva does make the call, and Sebesta will show him the 6. Well done. At Sebesta. Drag that pot. Get back up to over $1 million in chips. Sebesta more than $1.2 million live. Second to cash on the PGT this year. Won a 10K PokerGO Cup event last year. Silva 20 bigs, 10-9 suited. Calls here, Joe with the Jack 5 of hearts. He'll check. Comes 10-3-2 with 2 clubs. The dream flop for De Silva. A couple backdoor draws available for Weissman.
Seems impossible to lose this one, Jeff. What could go wrong?
Well, let's see. Absolutely nothing.
No, pure.
Another 10 on the turn. And a flush. Pesh leads for 150K. And wins. Jack 3 deuce all hearts.
guys. Send them back. Lost my line for a moment. Got some vision.
Wolfgang, and I know you guys are familiar with him in Texas. He made quite the run at EPT Monte Carlo. Finished.
What do you
in-
mean he made quite the run? He's not in?
No, he's out.
You spoiled it.
I didn't spoil it. It's on. It was on
Is
their
it out?
stream.
Everyone knows?
It's out. Yeah, yeah.
What
And
do you get?
he posted about it. Finished 18th.
Great job.
35K.
He's got to
Tournament
be
player
pumped.
now. Yeah, absolutely.
That's how it all starts. All these cash game guys are never going to play tournaments. No, no, no. Then you make one deep run.
That's right. And then they're hooked.
And you're hooked.
Yeah.
That's 40,000. Big blind, please. Raises to 80,000. Seconds.
220.
3 raises to 220,000.
Pesh goes to 220 with the king 6 suited out of the small blind.
Three guys.
3 more hands.
3 more hands. So 1, 2.
3 more hands in this level. PGT High Rollers draw for hands. With 5 minutes left in a level.
Seconds.
110.
Raised to 110,000. C5 raised to 110.
Joey goes to 110 blind versus blind.
Time.
Go.
C6 calls.
Favorable.
I would say so.
C5 bets 60,000. C6 calls.
Now 6 is full of 7s, which might allow some more money to get in from ace high on this street or next.
That is 125,000.
And indeed, ace high will continue here. River jack. 6 is full of jacks now for Weissman. Can he get paid off by ace high once more with 630K in this pot? Does check perhaps a little bit. We're at the 7. A lot of it. Joey had a lot of it. Will win the pot. Has more than 1.8 million in chips. Boo Bunny, are the players' mics turned on? We believe so.
Boo Bunny, this is kind of what happens when you reach final tables. Extremely serious, playing for a lot of money.
Understandable for sure.
Day ones, it's a different
Day ones are
type
awesome.
of experience altogether. Yeah, you and I were out there when they were playing down to it. Everyone's chatting, TVs are on, prop bets.
Chino's trying to get some action on every game that's going on the TV, every hand that's being played. And I hope Chino's at least been winning the side bets.
Could be the full scoop going on down here in Houston. Has he cashed an event? I know he hasn't final table. I think he's gone over.
I think so too.
Oh, it hurts.
Come on, Chino.
It hurts.
He's had some stacks. He did finish 4th in the Turbo 5K that was going on during the main for 18K.
Update on the 10K pot limit Omaha event, our final event, high roller number 7, down here, the Texas Poker Open. Jeff, current chip leader. Jeremy Osmus.
I do not
just
believe
like
you,
I drew it up. No, he really is.
We remind you to get in the game with PokerGO Play, featuring weekly sweepstakes prizes that is awarded more than $170,000 to date. Games are fun. Games are action-packed. Open seat. Your name on it. What are you waiting for? Start playing now at PokerGoPlay.com or App Store or Google Play. You're telling me Osmus has the chip lead?
Yeah, substantial chip lead.
Huh. We'll have to check the records. Lines up 25K, 50K, 50K big blind ante. So just about 70 bigs on the table. Joey Ace King.
I'm all in.
Sebesta, Rip City with the ace-7.
Let me just look at it. He's good, he's good. So over 500. Good limit.
And Ed, unfortunately, you have to return those cards.
Oh, you want my cards? Okay.
Silva, Jack 10 in the small blind.
Raise 150,000. Gentlemen, your heads up.
De Silva, limp calls. Out of the small blind with the Jack 10. And does flop the open ender.
Betting 75,000.
De Silva check calls. Turn brings another deuce. River 3. Silva does just check. Check, check, and that'll send another pot over to Joey Weissman, looking for his first win of 2024.
And think back to that fold he made early on.
And we're moving fast.
With
Great
those
point.
2 queens.
Great point.
Very well could have been out the door. Joey can just unleash the fury now. Just going to rip it. Decent hand to do it with. Force Ed to wake up and find a calling hand.
Which he does not do. And a pretty one on the button found by our chip leader.
This is so pretty, where he may want to induce rather than just open shove. Yeah, min raise.
Good call there.
And he'll be mixed here, right? He's going to mix in the really good stuff with all of the bad and probably just shove a lot of mediocre. And this is a great example of what can happen. Uncle Ed likely going to want to move it in here and will be in a ton of trouble.
And that button open does perfectly induce the shove.
Call Ed.
Weissman happy to make the call, and here we go. Can't fault Uncle Ed there. Not over yet, though.
No. 30% of the time, we just hit the 8.
That's right. Almost 1.4 million in the pot. If Sebesta can find a way, he's back to almost 30 bigs. 5, 4, 3.
Choppable.
Possibilities.
Deuce would work.
Form of a deuce.
Little tough.
Turn, though, 10 of diamonds, and Joey has the ace of diamonds in his hand. You see the outs for Sebesta on the top of your screen, an 8 or a deuce that's not a diamond would chop it. River, though, is a 10, and we say good game to an absolute class act, and it's Sebesta out in third, $46,400.
Only fitting that the final No Limit event featured the local legend, Ed Sebesta.
True.
A top 3 finish. I know where he's going, Jeff.
To play 1-3?
He's going to go right back out to the bar, lobby area, have a cup of coffee, talk with the friends, and then he'll play a little 1-3.
Play 1-3. We love it. And we love seeing him here. It leaves us with 2. Upeshka De Silva versus Joey Weissman. Heads up for the title for $116,000 and for the Texas Poker Open belt buckle. Get set for that. De Silva's last tournament win came in January. Joey's came last March.
A massive chip lead for Dweezy, as Ruthless would call him.
That was good, man.
Thank you very much.
Bad start.
I had a good one. Now it's 555, right?
Now it's 455. Oh, yeah. I see.
De Silva is 8-2, lifetime heads up. Weissman is 7-14. We can't all be Brent Hanks heads up, but Upeshka De Silva is pretty close.
What am I,
8-2?
7-1?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a very good heads up player, but no time to dive into the records there. So
Oh, yeah. You have any
continue with
titles?
the action?
One. MSPT,
Yes,
right?
yes, I got 2 titles.
What was the other one?
One of the Rio Daily Deep Stacks.
I was unaware of this. When was that?
Somewhat recent. It was in
You won a
2017.
Rio Daily Deep Stack. So
Yeah,
that's when
that
it was
was-
at the Rio.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was a $235 buy, and it was for $35K.
Yeah, those get
used
massive,
to be
yeah.
huge.
It's a pretty sick score.
I also won the $200 Run Good Poker Series Bounty Turbo Ring event. Don't mean to brag. Last year for $6K.
Does that count?
I was still down on the trip.
Yeah.
But yes, it does count.
They still run those big deep stacks like they did at the Rio?
Yeah, and
At the Horseshoe now?
Now they're using a whole different room for it too this year. So
On the Paris side
those are
of
going to be
things?
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like that Tower of Horseshoe that they're rebranding as part of Paris, where the WSOP circuit was held. It wasn't an active room during last year's World Series. Joey leads for 75K. A win here would move him from 13th to 8th on the 2024 PGT leaderboard.
Boy, I wonder, too, if you slide inside the top 10 at this stage of the year in May, he might just be a lock for top 40.
Yeah, well, especially
said and
considering the
done.
volume he puts in.
Right.
King 7 here for Weissman. De Silva getting pretty short. And is Queen 7 going to be good enough with about 6 bigs behind?
It's really close. He might just call it off. Be in horrible shape. I'm pretty sure Queen 8 is just in. Queen 7 so cuspy.
Does indeed call it off, is indeed in bad shape. Joey Weissman oh so close to his first PGT title of the year.
King 7, Queen 7. Lady.
Looking for that lady. Doesn't see her on the flop. This comes 10-4-3. How about on the turn? It's not there. He'll need a queen on the river or this one is over. River card is a deuce. And Joey Weissman has his first PGT title of 2024.
Outstanding performance. Made one of the best folds that we have seen. The 2 queens early on, which is what led him to victory. Weissman gets it done.
Entered the day as the short stack, leaves the day with a Texas Poker Open belt buckle and $116,000. Joey Weissman, your 10K no limit high roller champion. Upeshka De Silva finishing in second. The local legend and Sebesta out in third. David Coleman, Joris Ruijs, rounding out our final table. What a final table it was for our entire crew, who's just put in fantastic work throughout the course of this series. For Brent Hanks, I'm Jeff Platt. We will see you next time at the Texas Poker Open.
Play your hand, play your hand. No buck, counting the stacks, stacking the bags. And no buck, counting the stacks, stacking the